That was incredible! Elegant arc, flawless aim, and such glorious firepower!
Hey! Are you praising my little minion, or drooling over your sect's fancy cannon?
Well, our predecessors were masters of their craft. Their creations truly embodied the wisdom of heaven and earth. All right, enough teasing. Let's be serious. If it weren't for you, today would have been a disaster. I mean it. Thank you. Truly.
That was slick. Only you could pull that off. I've got to admit, you've outshone me.
Huh? You look pale. You didn't get hurt, did you?
Little minion, say something. You all right?
The second sign has stirred, which means the prophecy is already in motion. Shiryu, what exactly are you after?
The second symbol, Thor. Essence to embrace, facade to renounce, disbandment for the whole. A marsh dries for the mountain's sake. One loss to preserve the whole. You will take shelter deep in the mountains, compromising the outer peaks, drawing the sentinels of Juntian to their gates. It is a feint, nothing more. All we seek is that you draw the city guard away. Hold your ground a little longer, and they will fall back.
Spare me the prophecy talk. If the ending's already written, why should I care? Let me go.
There is no need to rush. It seems there is much we have misunderstood about one another. Let me begin with this. I have never sought to become a god. I regret what happened at the altar. You matter to me. There were things I could not control. But know this, you were never a pawn to be played and cast aside.
And what is it you want?
In Huashu today, the gods avert their gaze from the living, and mortals have grown numb. You have seen what the 9 chapters of Dafeng have become. My aim is simple, to cast the gods down from their lofty thrones.
Cast down the gods? You mean, to kill them?
Correct. But the power of the 9 chapters is without equal. No mortal means can oppose it. Unless I borrow the strength of one who wields a force unlike any other.
Resonance. That's why you sought me out.
Indeed. I thought this ancient power was nothing more than a relic of half-forgotten legends. Until fate led me to you. You may not yet understand the true nature of resonance, a power to guide and to command. It was with this force that our ancestor Yan founded the 9 chapters, subduing the Filthoids and shaping them into the Loon Gods enforcers of order. That is why only a kindred power can wound Tai Hao. By your hand, Tai Hao was struck, and the sentinels drawn away. And in the heart of that raging storm, we tore open a bridge wide enough to bring down the gods. You too have a place in this ending. Will you not hear the reward I offer? Hush. Listen. The wheels of fate are already turning. See now, all has been made ready. Tai Hao lies wounded. Its defenses thinned. Now comes the decisive stroke. To breach the Taishu mausoleum with your power. Once the plan is in motion, there will be no turning back. The world itself will be overturned. Zhu Ying, are you ready?
Since the day of my fall, long have I awaited this hour. Through moons, seasons, and turning years have I endured. My resolve hath never wavered, nor doth it admit the shadow of doubt. Yet thou, thine heart is unquiet. Hath the bond of former days softened thy will?
Zhu Ying, the covenant of souls we forged at the altar was never meant to grant your sight into my thoughts. And yet, perhaps there is some truth in what you say. I wonder how she fares in the mountains. She must despise me deeply by now. The resonance, once wielded by the founder of the 9 chapters, has returned to this land, born by a traveler from beyond. Does it not strike you as curious, Zhu Ying, that something beyond design itself may be at work here? With time, all things shift, and the world has long forgotten why the gods exist at all. Should they one day learn that the deities they revere are but works of mortal hands, how would they feel, I wonder?
The sentiment of mortals toucheth not my heart. This alone I seek, to draw Tai Hao into the pyre, and quench the hatred that through unnumbered centuries hath burned without cease.
Our needs may differ, yet our paths match. Come. To the grave that fate has prepared for us. And today, we shall set right the false order that binds Hua Xu.
How do you fare?
Thank you. The headache's gone.
Forgive me. I was not here to watch over you. I have only just returned. Has Zhiliu's second prophecy already come to pass?
Yes. She used me as bait to lure the magistrates into raiding the outer peaks, just as she foretold. But her true aim wasn't to destroy the outer peaks. It was to draw the magistrates and Bian away, creating an opening to act elsewhere.
I see. So that was the cause of the sudden withdrawal. At the time, I was in the city and beheld the great tremor from the heights of the Hall of Adjudication. The townsfolk stood frozen in dread. By the time I departed, order had been restored, yet none knew the truth of what had occurred. I must apologize. I tarried in the city on personal business. Had I returned but a little sooner.
There's no need to apologize for Shu. You have matters of your own. As your friend, I only hope you see your wish fulfilled. But if ever you face something you cannot handle alone, promise me you will tell me. I will help in whatever way I can.
Your words I shall remember. I found a lead on breaking the hypnosis, yet such matters are best spoken of when all are assembled. For now, before your strength is restored, pray take the air a while.
I'm so bored up here. Woo.
So, I'll be blunt. Is she leaving or not?
I swear on my honor, she is no spy from Xuanheng.
No spy? Then answer me this. The gates to the outer peaks have stood hidden for years, never once exposed. And the very moment she sets foot here, those wolves come sniffing.
I don't place my faith in guesswork. I believe only what I see. When the sentinels of Juntian struck, she stood with us to drive them back. That is what I saw.
How can you be sure she was not faking that to win your trust? They left on their own. We didn't drive them off. The outer peaks are wide open now, and those curs could be back any time. And when they do, will you still have the strength to push them back? Jishu's ended up like this because of people like you. Always giving ground, always backing off. Back during the Battle of Shuli, they dragged our name through the mud and no one spoke up. Those treacherous dogs from Shuanghang tore our ranks apart, and when they tried to stamp out our arts, we still kept our heads down. Now our kin either bow and scrape to the Ministry of Works, or hole up in these dark mountains. Who even remembers we once stood as one of Huashu's great pillars, equal to Xuanheng?
Enough. Xu Hong, I get it. All you care about is our sect and keeping the outer peak safe. There's something I believe even more. Cherish alike the light and the shadow. Let heaven and earth share but one heart. To act with compassion, to love all without distinction. That's the very first lesson we were taught. She's my friend, and just moments ago she saved our lives. If we turn our backs on her now, wouldn't that be the truest betrayal of the Jishu way?
You!
If you're here to talk me into sending her away, don't bother. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I won't allow it.
Suyi?
What? You? And Snow? You... Oh, you heard all that?
We did.
Right. I was hoping you wouldn't. Truth is, some of the drifters think you exposed our base on purpose, that you're siding with the 9 chapters. But I've already set them straight. They won't be giving you trouble again. Don't take it to heart. They were harsh, but it's fear talking. The outer peaks? It's all we've got left.
Thanks. But they weren't wrong about everything. The Sentinels did come here because of me.
What?
Yu tampered with me, left a mark that led the 9 chapters straight to this place. She told me herself in her second prophecy. That's why I can't stay.
But that's not your fault. You didn't know. Let me think. There's got to be another way.
It's all right, Suyi. I'm grateful for your kindness. But the Outer Peaks has just been hit, and you've got far more urgent matters on your hands. I've got my own problems to deal with. I need to find Shilyu before the third omen comes to pass. We'll meet again. Until then, take care. All right?
Then it's a promise. We'll meet again, both in one piece. Oh, and Kujo's gone off somewhere. Probably brooding after that blazing row with Yumin. Go find him and take him with you. He keeps saying he owes you his life. And trust me, he'll stand by you to the end. There's chaos brewing in the city. You'll need all the help you can get. And that big lug's worth having if there's a fight. Oh, and another thing. No more head patting. In Huaxu, only elders can pat the younger ones' heads. Only my aunt's ever done that to me. What? How dare you? Since Kejo's your swan brother, you have to call me Great Auntie too. Hear that? Say it with me. Great Auntie.
There's the Su Yi I know. Good to see you smiling again.
All right. I need to check the damage, hand out some medicine, and later fix the base's mechanisms. Once you found Kejo, come back so we can put our heads together and plan our next move. I can't fight beside you this time, but I can at least give you the intel you'll need.
You go on ahead, little minion. I'm staying here.
Wow. Never thought I'd hear that. You're not coming with me.
I just want to hear more about everything they were yelling about. Zhuanheng, Jishu, the Battle of Shuli, all of it. What's wrong with being curious? My brain's buzzing.
Sure you are. You're just looking for an excuse to slack off, aren't you?
It's not like that at all. Just go find Kejo already before he slips off again. Say, Suyi, my little minion and I have been honorary learners of Jishu for a long time now. And we still don't know a single thing about our glorious past. I heard our sect used to be amazing. Like worthy of the Demon King's backstory amazing. So, what happened? Tell me.
Honorary learners. Let me guess. Master Gongshang tried to rope you into being his disciples? Figures. Well then, as your 师姐, that's senior fellow apprentice in the Huaxu tongue, I'll give you the full story. Alright, listen up. So, how much do you know about the origins of the 9 chapters of Da Feng?
Oh, I know! It was someone amazing! Named...
Trust the Xuanheng sect to hog all the credit.
Ah, little minion! When did you get back?
What? You get to hear the lecture from our Shijie and I don't? That's hardly fair.
Sure. Have a seat. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. Back in ancient times, filthoids ran rampant and war never ceased. How could the people of Huaxu be freed from the blight of deterioration and the endless scourge of war? Ju and Yang, the forebears who founded this realm, wrestled with that question for many years. At last, the 9 chapters of Da Feng were born, ushering in centuries of peace across Huaxu. But this miraculous art that shielded the realm was not Yang's work alone. The founder of our sect, Ju, played an indispensable role. You may know that Yang possessed a rare gift. By burning incense, she could sway and command the filthoids nearby, soothing them so they would no longer harm anyone. But how could such a gift be made permanent and even magnified? To find the answer, Ju journeyed far and wide, reaching even the foot of the tower in distant Elysium, where he embarked on a grand adventure alongside your Hyperborean forebears. I digress. In the end, Ju did find the answer. He returned to Huaxu, gathered manpower and resources, and began work on the vast, unprecedented endeavor. When it was finished, Yang, Ju, and many forebears of Long Scions gave their lives to that great work, binding Yang's art of incense forever into the fabric of the world. Thus, the 9 chapters took root. Legend has it, the device still rests above the Hall of Adjudication, though its inner workings and ingenious craft have long been lost to time. Were it not a forbidden place barred to all but a chosen few, I would give anything to see it with my own eyes. After Yang and Ju sacrificed themselves, Tai Hao and Zhu Ying took up their will, ruling Huaxu together ever since. The sects they founded, Xuanheng and Jishu, stood shoulder to shoulder in guiding the realm. Back then, Jishu's rosters were as thick as tomes, and our coffers overflowed with research funding. Not like now, scraping by, counting every coin. Aye, those were the glory days.
So the Jishu sect really did have its golden age. How did it all fall apart? Suyi, you just said Juyin was honored as a guardian god, but now it's seen as a harbinger of disaster. Is that tied to Jishu's decline?
Quite sharp. I'm impressed. After the Battle of Shuli, the Xuanheng sect kept most of what happened under wraps. The full truth survives only in our direct line. So listen closely. In the old days, though Xuanheng and Jishu ruled Huaxu together, our beliefs were far from the same. The 9 chapters weren't so rigid then. Mortals and gods could govern side by side. We in Jishu weighed all things by the measure of the heart, Xuanheng by the letter of unbending law. Case after case, our differences grew until friction became constant. In the end, all that tension boiled over, and the Battle of Shuli erupted. Where Crowsong Hollow now lies was once a vital research hub for us, until the war reduced it to ashes. No one knows exactly what happened. What is known is that Xuanheng suspected Jishu of plotting rebellion and sent troops to investigate. And somehow, it spiraled into a war from which none returned. When the news broke, the whole realm reeled. The 9 chapters had been forged to keep the peace, yet such a calamity had come to pass. It was unthinkable. Xuanheng decided it was unbridled emotion and suspicion that had stripped people of reason, shattered order, and sparked the war. The heart itself, they declared, was the seed of all disaster, and so they sealed our guardian, Zhu Yin. From that moment, the 9 chapters began to lose their balance. Tai Hao grew cold, bound themselves ever tighter to rigid edicts, and turned a deaf ear to mortal voices. The Jishu sect came under heavy suppression, and much of our knowledge and craft was branded taboo. Even though society still relied on the Hall of Crafts techniques to fuel industry, they were shackled by prejudice and bound in constraint. Some Jishu disciples, disillusioned by the 9 chapters' rigidity, broke away and fled with the drifters, seeking refuge in these mountains. That was the earliest form of what we now call the Outer Peaks. That about sums it up. So, any questions? I see. So you caught glimpses of this history through Zhu Yin's memories. When heart and principle fall out of balance, the ruin that follows knows no end. Perhaps the turmoil we face today is proof Xuanheng's measures went too far. Oh my, I didn't realize I'd gone on so long. In any case, whether grand or fallen, Jishu sect's glory days are just that now. Days long past. What matters is the present. I have a mountain of tasks waiting. No time to wallow in nostalgia. Go on, get to what you need to do. And if there's ever anything you don't understand, come find me. I'll gladly share what I know.